Oh, I'm loyal. Oh, I'm a rider. Well, guess what? Be a rider for you. Be loyal to you. Keeping people in your life who do not serve you is a sign of disloyalty to yourself. People always talk about, oh, I'm loyal. Oh, we don't never switch up over here. And say things like that. But that's a problem. It's a problem if your life looks the same from 10 years ago till today. You didn't get a bigger house. You didn't get a different car. You didn't get married, have children, go on trips. You still at the same job, at the same position, at basically the same pay. You still hang out every night, or maybe you don't hang out. Maybe you just go home and read. The point is, if your life is not changing, if your life is stagnant, then you're stuck. So you are supposed to switch up. You are supposed to change. Now, that doesn't mean that your morals change unless they become better. But what I'm saying is, we have this misconception that because you were around me when I was a child, because you were around me when I was younger, you have to stick around me as I become an adult and as I grow. That is not true. Not everybody is wanting to grow. Not everybody wants the same things that you want, and it is okay to release the ones that don't. I'll give you an example. Say you're in a long-term relationship and your significant other has never hinted at getting married, but you want to be married. Y'all been in a relationship for years. How long are you going to stay with that partner, knowing that what you want is a marriage, and that partner has never even discussed a marriage? And then when you bring it up, they say, well, I like the way things are now. Well, then you can have this. You can have it be exactly the same. I just don't want to be the person that you have it with, because I want more. I want my life to change. We have to be okay with releasing people who do not serve us. And the reason why is because, one, you have to be loyal to yourself. It is difficult to be whoever you are trying to be if you have people who constantly remind you of who you were surrounding you. If you don't say, okay, I am not this person anymore, and you're only here because you want to go hang out with that person that I no longer am, so I'm going to go ahead and release you from my life, then you're always going to feel that pull to be that person that you no longer want to be, that person who you aren't anymore. So it is okay to say, I know that I've known them for so long, but we actually don't have that much in common anymore. And when I get around them, they bring up my past a lot. And they make me feel like the old version of me. I think I'm going to go ahead and release them from my life. That's not being fake. That's actually being more real, because you've reached a different level of yourself. And in order to be authentic to it, you have to release things that try to pull you away from that authenticity that you have now discovered within yourself. Sometimes it's not going to feel good. Sometimes those conversations are going to suck. Just downright, it's going to suck sometimes. I want to travel. I want to travel. And I realized that I can't force you to want to travel. However, I can go find friends that like traveling as well. That's awkward. No one wants to have those conversations. No one wants to be like, I no longer think that we're actually compatible as anything, so we're just going to be nothing, right? Nobody wants to have that. But at the same time, if that's what it takes to go find actual friends that want to travel, as opposed to sitting up here and just wishing that you had a group of traveling friends, that's what you should do. And obviously, that is a very superficial example, but it stands true. If you are not allowing yourself to release old, you cannot get new. You will never get your husband or your wife if your significant other who told you they don't want to get married is still in your life. What God gonna do? Pop them in up? Just make a mess of your life? No. If you really want that person, then it means that you're going to have to be without other people and be okay with it. And yeah, it might get lonely in the sense that you no longer have a significant other right now. But it shouldn't be lonely, because you should be getting to know yourself and hanging out with yourself more, so that when your partner who you do get married to comes, you're able to be like, oh, well, I still know me. I had some time to get to know me, but I also want to get to know us and what us looks like. You can't do that if your significant other from 10 years ago that doesn't want to get married is still in your life. You have to be able to release people from your life who no longer serve you and who do not want the same things as you. And don't feel bad. Do not feel bad. As I said before, not choosing to release those people is choosing to be disloyal to yourself. And I put it that way because people always talk about loyalty. Oh, I'm loyal. Oh, I'm a rider. Well, guess what? Be a rider for you. Be loyal to you. Because you being loyal to them, it's not going to gain you anything except maybe regrets for not doing the things that you actually wanted to do. I want y'all to have a fantastic day. Remember, it's up to you, no one else.